Alright, welcome back to the Rollingjays podcast. On episode, this is 12, I'm pretty sure. I have Gabe.
Yes,
welcome
sir.
back, Gabe.
It's good to be back, Jordan. It's pretty hot out here, man. I'm not gonna lie.
It is the middle of July, and it is 90 degrees outside, but...
It must be nice in Miami.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know about that. I think Miami's deadly right now. You almost went.
Yeah, that's another story. That's another story.
On this episode, the reason why I brought on Gabe is because I wanted to bring up on the topic that not like a topic that we haven't talked about before.
We've shied away from this for a while,
right?
But I think we're comfortable talking about this,
right?
As of now, you know, like
we talked about the shroom cafes in Colorado one time. Remember?
We did.
So we have talked about psychedelics once before. Just wanted to talk about some of our experiences that we've been through together, because most of our trips been with either like the Jays or be with Gabe, and most of the time, what's it called? It's usually a good time, like, don't you think?
I'd say the majority of trips I've had have been with you, so you know, I'm glad that if I'm talking with anybody about it, it's gonna be with you, my man. So,
what would you say your first psychedelic experience would be? Like, what?
I'll tell you how I got into it, and so basically, I went to go see, you know, I wasn't a big anime head back then. Now I'm a shinobi. I'm a shinobi now. But obviously, you know, I was a big anime guy back then. And, you know, one of the Jays, obviously you're going to know him by my man John. If you didn't, then you're going to know that we went to go see a Dragon Ball movie. So if you didn't know I was talking about John, that Dragon Ball would have definitely gave it away.
I didn't know that.
No, that wasn't my first time. But, like, so we went to go see the movie. And he was like, yeah, bro, like, come through. Like, I'll pay for your ticket. And I was like, all right, like, I don't watch anime, but I'll go since he's paying for my ticket. I'm like, I don't really care about the movie. And I went, and then, like, I remember, like, while we're in the movie theater, this is, like, a couple of years back, he's like, yo, this shit would be 10 times better on acid. And I look at him, I'm like, acid? What is acid?
Really? You didn't know what it was at the time?
Like, I knew what it was, but I was just like, wait, what do you mean on acid? Like, I didn't, like, know too much about it. Like, I never looked into it. I never did anything into it. Like, the only thing I did was, like, weed and shit. That's literally it. Like, I say in shit, but, like, I literally just did weed. And even then, I barely did that at the time. So while
he told you about
so while he's telling me like all that, I'm starting to think about it, and I'm like, well, he's talking about how you see all these types of colors. So he piqued my mind. So, and I kind of got interested. So, as you know, my very first trip, we were all at his house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all downstairs in his basement.
Right.
Pause.
Oh, okay.
let me.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, obviously, you were there, Jordan. Yeah. Obviously, John that night didn't trip.
Oh, he said us.
Yeah, he was sitting in us because it was my first time, you know.
Right.
And so it was basically just me and you tripping.
I think that was like my third at that point. At that point, I think it was my third or fourth.
Yeah, you definitely told me like you did it before.
Right.
And what's it called?
It definitely was my third, and when I heard it was your first time, I was actually pretty excited because I was like, okay, I want to see Gabe experience this, and I'll be with him.
No, I never knew what to expect. And my very first psychedelic was acid. So when I did do acid, so at first, like, you know, my body felt a little weird, but I wasn't trying to like, you know, freak out, because I'm like, yo, maybe like everyone's feeling this. You know, I think I kept asking you questions. I was like, bro, like, you feel like this too, right? So too. And you were like, yeah, bro, yeah, it's normal. I'm like, okay. And, you know, that like calmed my nerves a bit. You know, my one thing I'll say this about, like, every time I did do like psychedelics is I always did it at least when I'm with people, because you know, like, I never did them like often, but I did them on occasion to have fun with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like we just did it. Nah, I never did it like by myself, you know what I'm saying? But like I would do it with y'all, because like I always have fun doing it with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like why am I gonna take something and get depressed over it, you know what I'm saying? like that shit makes no sense.
I know what you.
I don't get it, bro. I really don't get it.
I did have a really good time that day. What's it called? My first time was also with acid, but what was like? Were nervous going into it? Like,
I was hella nervous. I was OD nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I was mad nervous, because it's like it's my first. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. I was young back then. Like, you know,
Did
like,
you know that shit's gonna last 10 hours?
It was like 8 hours.
8 hours.
I mean, he did tell me it was gonna last a while, but we were up all night. But like, what I liked about it was like, I guess like for our first, second, and like, well, I'd say our third trip, but our third trip was pretty eventful because that's the one we were actually like, moving and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we was going all over the place. I think John was driving too.
He wasn't driving
on it, but he was driving.
But what's it called? But yeah, that was like the first time we were actually outside doing stuff. But our first like couple trips were very like similar. Like we were all at John's house. We would we'd play video games on the come up. And if those who don't know what the come up is, it's literally just a body feeling that you start getting, and then like you start getting to your peak where you start seeing like colors a little bit.
How long do you think you would say it would kick in? Like
honestly, like it took about like 15-30 minutes before.
You said 15-30 minutes?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like usually on average, the average person would be probably 40 to an hour. Me probably 30 to 40, but still 15 minutes.
I say 15 to 30. I'm not gonna.
I believe you, cause I think I told you that one time I accidentally tripped at work.
Oh yeah.
So I'll say it quickly at the beginning. So what I did was I wanted to take it when I got out, but it was 4 o'clock. I got out at 5. I was like, you know what?
He was trying to time it.
Right.
Basically.
I timed it so wrong. It kicked in 15 minutes, and I had like 10 minutes left of my shift. But that's another story. But yeah, you were saying, Gabe.
But yeah, so like, you know, I enjoyed it because like, you know, when we were all together, you know, we'd go on the come up, we'd peak, we'd be playing video games, we'd be watching like funny ass memes, and everything was just 10 times funnier to us. I think the best,
that's facts.
Yeah, I think the best things, like, you know, shout out to
That's the first thing I was thinking about every time I think about like the memories of us tripping. That's the first meme I think about. That's
yeah. And like I always loved the spots like when we start tripping, like when it would literally just be like we put like background, like something in the background, like on the TV, like background lights, and like we dead actually be talking about the most random shit. But like the interesting things were like hilarious. Like they would be like the most serious thing, but they were hilarious to us. You know what I'm saying? Like we just like make light of it, and it's just like, you know, it was just a good time. You know, like I just had a good time. Like when I tripped, like that's literally what I envisioned when I did trip. Was like I get to like it's mad fun to do with my boys. Like, you know, we get to do all this shit. It's like some shit that we never done before that only like us three usually do. Well, including Forrest, since you know, and then Josh, he started getting on it.
Right. But what's it called? Yeah, I'd say my first time was pretty smooth. I had someone look over me. I went over someone's house. I always say if someone were to do it for the first time, to be in a secure environment and to have someone with you. I'm like the same like you. I've never tripped by myself, other than a couple of nights ago. I actually, I was testing out some shrooms and I ate what I thought was a gram, and I ended up low-key tripping. And I was by myself. So that was just the first time I actually tripped by myself. It wasn't that bad, but what's it called? Yeah, first time it was like I took it around like 11 o'clock, and I remember I was suspended from school.
Holy shit.
So I didn't have to worry about going to school. So it was 11 o'clock at night, and I literally was just stuck on a chair watching TV, like watching the whole room go active. I watched Finding Dory on mute. Yeah, hey, I was like, it was that dope, and I enjoyed the movie.
You said on mute?
Yeah, so I was on Netflix, and I guess my hand hit the mute button, and I was just
and you were just watching it,
bro. I was just gazing, cause also on my old Snapchat I had a video of me playing with the filters. This is like when the filters were a thing, like started happening on Snapchat, and you just see me like gazing into my phone, smiling, like dozing off. But first times are definitely an experience. Like when someone is like to know they're about to do it, it's a special moment, and it should really plan it to like, you know, like a special moment. It is, cause like it's the first, like you're never gonna have a trip like that.
Yeah, like obviously your first trip is different.
You know what I mean?
But I mean everyone reacts differently. Like I know some people that be telling me like they trip off the same tab that like I be taking, and they be going to completely different worlds. And I'm like, bro, I took the same thing you did, bro. I don't know how you feel like that.
What would you say is like the most you took in dosage wise on acid?
Oh man,
you don't think you can remember that?
Yeah, I can. I definitely can.
Most of the time when
I definitely can.
I would say it'd be like 200 or.
Oh, like dose. I can tell you like
the way, yeah, both ways. I guess.
Like. So I think I took 3 at a time, and they were each like 150 or 200 or something like that.
Wow, dude,
that's a lot. yeah, this was a while ago. This is like, not that like I was never like heavy into it, but like, you know, like everyone was always talking about tripping hard.
No, I know.
And
what
like
you mean,
I'm always like,
it's always an extra step to see.
Yeah, like, you know, like like when we did it, we didn't do it like every weekend. You know what I'm saying? We did not do it every weekend. We did not.
No, we didn't.
The least we waited was literally 2 weeks.
Right.
That's the least we waited. Was at least 2
John
weeks.
was away. On vacation. But what's it called?
But like,
you were saying.
that was like the least we waited. But like, yeah, like I never liked. So like when I planned this out, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take 3 tabs, see how it is, you know, experiment with it. And yeah, I was tripping pretty hard. Like, you know, like there got times where like I've had trips, like this is like specifically on acid, because I feel like acid and like other psychedelics, like the trips are completely different. Like they really are.
They are. No, they are.
Like I feel like you trip harder on acid with less.
Well,
and like,
it depends. Oh, yeah.
I mean, obviously it depends on the dosage,
I mean,
but that's the thing. It's the dosage. You know what I'm saying? Like with shrooms, like to guarantee trip hard, you have to at least eat. I want to say over 2.5 grams.
Yeah,
at
okay.
least
That
over
is
2.5
true.
grams.
Okay.
If you want to start tripping, at least over 2.5 grams.
Like hard,
tripping hard, probably
five.
like 3.5, 4, or 5. Honestly,
Right.
Like I'll say that, cause I mean, at least for me, I can do. The first time we did shrooms, I did what, 3 grams.
Yeah.
And
mine was 3.
I'm not even gonna get into shrooms yet, cause that's a whole different thing. I think they're fucking disgusting. Like, they're more natural, like, yeah, I guess, but like, you know, they're just fucking disgusting.
But staying on the topic of acid, then, what's it called? All right, so I think you said your first time was the best trip you've had, or you would say which one
honestly,
all the trips you had were the
best trip I had.
Cause that's why I said your first is a special one. Not saying be the best. You can go wrong your first time.
Honestly, I'd say the best one I had was literally our third one, like my very third trip. Like that was when it was me and you, and John was the driver, and then me and you wanted a trip, but then he was like, yeah, like I'll drive you guys around, and then we'll go back to my house, we'll play Xbox.
It was a memorable one. Yep.
Very memorable. You went to the club after that.
I did. It's actually the first time I tripped in the club. It was actually, you know, doing that and like being out in the open like that in public, seeing everybody's faces was such an odd thing to do. Yo. Like,
it definitely is. That is, bro.
I don't know why, because I was tripping hard and I just see everybody like emotionless, and like for some reason in my head, the way I was thinking, because I was tripping, I thought everybody there was like forced to be there. It just felt, the vibe was just off.
Yeah.
It was
I feel that.
Yeah, but hey, the lights crazy, bro.
I don't doubt. I don't doubt, man.
Everybody was depressed and low key brought me a little bit down, but hey, the lights were dope.
Hey.
The lights were dope.
Hell
Other than
yeah.
that though, I mean, shit, I guess I'll do it again. But
Nah, yeah, like I feel like, you know, now we have enough experience.
Have you ever done that and gone to a public setting? Like tripped and gone to a public setting?
You're acting like we didn't take shrooms in the city.
Oh, you're right. Well, yeah. Alright.
So basically, like, the third trip was just fun because, like, you know, started at your house. We walked near like to the park near there. They were like,
right.
Like John was playing "What You Would Do for Love," that old ass song. Like we're looking at the moon and the stars around. The shit was dope.
Oh, yeah.
And he starts playing this song, and like low key it was funny. But I was like, you know what? I like the vibe though. The vibe lit.
He was trying to hit
the vibe was lit, bro. So yeah, we was just chilling, and like when I be looking at that shit, I'm like, you know, like I was like, nah, this shit lit. So we went back to the car, and this is when we were finally, you know, like my first 3 trips, we kept talking about how I wanted to rewatch that Broly movie, like the fight scene, and what's it called? We never did the first 2 times. Like the only time we did was what's it called? The third trip, like we were inside his car with the speakers,
I had the
and
iPad out.
he had the iPad out. We watched it, and it looked crazy. Like it looked
crazy.
absolutely crazy, and the sound was crazy.
I wasn't even watching because I think I was tripping pretty hard. I was in the back. I was in the back, but like I was listening. And obviously, you can't sleep when you're on a trip. When you're tripping, you can't sleep. So I was just laying down listening. My eyes were open, my eyes closed either way. The lights were flashing because it was mad bright. It was dope. So
No, yeah, like it was fun though. Like, and then I remember we went to McDonald's and like I was pretty heated because they didn't have apple fucking pie.
I think because what time did we go again?
Bro, we was
they stopped serving it at a certain time, bro.
Bro, they said they ran out, bro. I'm like, bro, y'all McDonald's. How? Like, I was pretty livid. I'm not gonna lie.
I know
like, y'all
you,
McDonald's.
yeah.
How y'all not have your apple pies? That's just signature.
That's iconic. Yeah, I would think so. Maybe that's why, because it is sold out, bro.
Hell nah, bro. I know no one be going up there ordering apple pies. It's not as iconic as you think, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm the only one that orders them bitches.
Well, it's like if you go to Wendy's and you get Frosties. It's not, we don't. When I used to work at Wendy's, we used to. Well, I personally, because I was the manager, so we close at 10. I start closing the bitches at 9. So if you come after 9, yeah, there's no Frosties. Sorry.
Oh, word? Nah, yeah. All right. Well, I guess they
some
do
people
the
would
same
be
thing.
like, "What? I came all the way from Carmel for nothing."
Well, get fucked. Like, they ain't got no. I know there's Wendy's coming up here.
Right. Okay, we got sidetracked, but we were saying.
But yeah, I got tight, and then like we went to your house because you had to go change or something like that, and your neighbors were outside, and like I was like. Your neighbors was like
right.
talking to. They were asking if we got like weed. I'm like,
it was my old
bro.
neighbors, and they had some weird ass friends.
And like his neighbor was like, yo, bro, orange juice, bro. Cause like we told him like, yeah, bro, like I'm tripping right now. Like me and Jordan tripping. He's like, oh, bro, orange juice, bro.
We
like
wanted to know how we
you
can trip harder.
Well,
I didn't know that.
Well, we didn't ask that like specifically. He like because at the time we didn't even know. I didn't know what the fuck he meant by orange juice. I was like, you want me to get orange juice? Okay, cool. But like at first, but then he started saying he's like yeah, brother, you'll have a good trip. You start drinking orange juice, and you know that became a thing now.
Right.
Like every time we tripped, we was like, oh yo, let's get the orange juice. You know what I'm saying?
I think anything that's like citric acid. So I think mango juice too, pineapple juice, stuff like that really enhances your trip. I think even when you're rolling, like when you're on Molly, I think that too. I think orange juice enhances it too.
That's so crazy.
I know, right? But what's it called?
But yeah, bro. And then like, obviously like you went to the club, and me and John were just back. We were playing Xbox. We was talking. We was doing everything. And then like now I'll say this about acid. The next morning is brutal. Like that's one thing I just hate. I hated about acid, bro.
It depends when you say next morning, because you don't sleep. Like when you're on that.
I'm talking about as in like
through the next day. Yeah.
Like through the next day. Like obviously you don't sleep, but like when you're like all said and done, and it's wearing off, and you try going to sleep, your head's like kind of killing you, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It feels like you're hungover.
Do you feel in every trip that you've had on acid after the trip?
No, I've never. Now, the majority, but like there has been some where I woke up and I was like, oh shit, I'm fine.
Okay.
Like literally, like.
Do you learn from your trips? Is the question I was trying to ask before you come here. Do you learn? Do you learn from your trips? Like, you know how people be like,
opening their third eye.
Type shit.
Like,
not like all the way.
I know all the way, but like they get into a realization.
Or like you be thinking shit in the middle of it, and then you like, oh, that's a good idea, or type shit. No.
I'm gonna be honest.
Do you have ego with that?
Oh my god, hold on. I'm trying to remember that when that was, because when it comes to tabs, there's the paper tabs, and then there's the gel tabs.
I think also you could put it on like your tongue if you had like one of those like squirt things.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be honest. Some people smoke that shit.
Oh really?
Yeah, I swear to God, bro. I think so, bro. Like I'm not even gonna lie. I might be saying it wrong, but like I swear to God, I heard people can smoke that shit.
I gotta look it up, but yeah, okay.
Like I'm not 100% sure on that though.
But you were saying gel.
Like when it comes to gel tabs, every gel tab I've had. So the first time I took a gel tab, we went to the city. We were all in the city.
I think what's it called? I've definitely seen gel tabs before. I think they're like glossy, and it's an interesting texture because I've definitely felt the texture before. I just don't know how to describe it because it's like a texture like you felt off of like a coloring book. If it makes sense. It's like a 3D book.
Okay.
You see?
You're kind of.
It's a gel tab. It's a gel.
I know, but like it kind of feels like it literally feels like a small ass piece of Jello.
Basically, I guess, yeah.
You said a coloring book.
No,
that is insane. I was like, what?
Yeah,
like, he probably
Jello,
means But like the gel tabs, like the first time I took it was in the city, and before that, I've had trips with shrooms and acid, and other stuff like obviously DMT. We'll get into that. And when I took it, aside from DMT, that was the hardest I tripped. Cause like I'm in the city, and like I was having a very lit time, but like when we were walking into Times Square, everything was crazy. Like everything was wild, dog. Like like do you remember that the magician that was there, the sideshow magician, like that was in Times Square? Yeah. Bro, yeah, like it didn't even help that a magician was dead ass there, like doing all these like weird ass tricks, and like that shit was crazy. That shit looked wild to me. I almost tipped the man 100.
But you almost tipped him 100? That's how good he was?
I was kidding on that.
You say that's how hard the trip was? Like,
but yeah, like I was just like tripping really hard, and obviously like
you learned something from it?
I don't think I learned something from that one. It was the second time I took a gel tab. I was meaning to microdose, so I took a piece of it, and I remember I'm in my room, and I'm like, shit, I don't feel like an hour goes by. I'm like, bro, like I just took half of this gel tab, bro. Like I'm not even tripping. Like what? I'm just gonna take the other half.
Okay, I think I remember.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take I'm just gonna take the other half. You know, my whole plan was, yo, I got work in the morning. You know, I'm just gonna microdose, play some Xbox, and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Right. And so it didn't work out like that. I took the other half. I'm playing Xbox. I wanted to go shower, but like before I did, like I remember I took off my headset while I was playing Xbox. I noticed something. I felt like something wasn't right. So I took off my headset and bam, I was just tripping fucking dick. Like I took off my headset and I was dead ass looking at my screen for a good like 2 minutes, like just blankly staring. I was like, what the fuck? Like cause you know what it was? I was trying to look at the screen to see if shit was moving, and like shit was going crazy, but I'm like, is that the graphics or am I tripping? And then and then I went to the home screen where everything stays still. And yeah, that shit was moving too. I was like, okay, nah, I'm tripping. So
that's funny. That's mad funny.
So I'm like, okay, let me go outside and let me go shower. So I step outside. I go into the shower. And I'm thinking like, okay. Mind you, my bathroom is like bright. It's like it's like white and like light blue, very light blue, but it's like mainly bright in my bathroom, right?
So you gotta wear shades in there sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes the light is bright too. Like God, you can like replace the LED light. So I'm in there and I'm like, I'm taking a shower and I open my eyes and like I start seeing like purple, like something purple, like writing or some shit that was like on the phone, like not really like, it wasn't like writing, it was just popping up. Like I was just tripping, bro. I was literally just tripping like hard. So I'm like, fuck, well, it's not making me better. I'm just tripping dick in the shower.
Like, you really thought it was gonna sober you up?
Like not like sober me up, but I can be like refresh myself and be like, all right, I can handle this. Nah, bro, I was in the shower. I was like, damn, bro, like, oh my god, bro, like it was horrible, bro. So like it wasn't even horrible, bro. Like I was just like, okay, this is crazy.
I never had a
stepped outside. I remember I turned off my Xbox and like I had no lights in my room. Well, not like no lights in my room, I didn't have any lights in my room, but like before I went in. So like I get out, I go into my room and I shut the door. It's pitch black, but I can see colors. I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like, okay. So yeah.
I was gonna say, well, keep going because I didn't know the story was still done.
So then I text you and I'm like, hey Jordan, what are you doing right now? And you're like, oh, I'm doing like deliveries and whatnot. And I'm like, Jordan, I'm not gonna lie. Cause I'm not even gonna lie, but before I text you, I tried to see if I could play Xbox and like stay in a party. I couldn't. Like I deadass couldn't. Like I kept find myself like just like getting stuck, just like sucking, bro. Like I was trying to play. Like, but yeah, I can't really play.
You see, you can't play games when you're tripping.
If I'm tripping too hard.
I could see that.
Too hard.
Myself, I would say that too.
Too hard, no. But like, I feel like sometimes I'm probably a little bit better like when I'm tripping and I'm playing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. So I get off the Xbox and I text you like, hey Jordan, yeah, I'm like tripping really hard on accident, and yeah, you mind scooping? Cause like I don't think I can be inside my house right now. cause I got my dogs and everyone. So I'm like, okay.
I said yes.
Yeah, on acid.
I came.
So he did came, and while we was driving, his driving, I loved it that night.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I was like, yo, this shit is wild.
I be driving an interesting way, but
you be driving very interestingly.
But what's it called? He apparently Gabe liked it this time around.
But this time around, instead of feeling dangerous, I almost took off my seatbelt and was like, nah, I was kidding. I'm not going that far. But I was like, you know what? This is kind of fun. I'm like, it's kind of cool. And I kept seeing I don't know where I'm seeing this makes no sense at all. This is what you see, not what you see while you're tripping, but it's just this is just the most random shit that you'll ever see. I was literally seeing shadings of a FedEx man. It makes no sense at all, right? Man, like a FedEx man. The poster, you know how they wear the sign. Not even the sign, the logo too. It was it was the truck and that guy. I was seeing shadings of him. I was like, why the hell am I what is this trying to tell me?
You want to be a FedEx guy?
No, it's not even just about being a FedEx guy, bro. I think it was telling me is my dog really got beef with the mailman. Bro, I recorded a video of him fucking barking when the mail was coming through. And he was he was getting crazy. I'm talking about Kilo right now. Yeah, this man. So maybe it's I gotta protect that man. but nah, bro. So that this is all on gel tabs, bro. I've never seen this with actual tabs. Mm-hmm. Unless I've taken more than one, but even when I've taken more than one, I still haven't tripped fully that hard. I've always tripped hard, where I'm holy shit, this shit's crazy. And then there's times I tripped on gel tabs where I'm just literally looking. I feel like I'm in a loop and I'm seeing just random shit pop up as as example the FedEx man,
Yeah.
So I'm holy shit, that only happened. I've only done gel tabs twice. But still, bro, it's fucking crazy.
I've never done it. I never done gel tabs ever, but I definitely I feel since we've done so much, I've gotten bored of acid and I've been liking way more shrooms. Definitely because you're easier to dose, and I feel the experience. I don't know. I like the experience way more than acid for some reason because I think it's shorter. You see, you don't like the taste. I don't like the taste either. Mushrooms.
Yeah, I hate the taste of shrooms.
What's it called? I mean,
straight booty.
You could eat the chocolates, but even some chocolates is not even
I can bear the chocolates. I can take the chocolates. They're just nasty chocolate. It's just really nasty chocolate. People with no taste buds be like, "Oh, this shit good actually, bro. You tripping, bro? You tripping?" Them motherfuckers eat chocolate, bro. Bro, you eat shrooms and don't flinch at that, bro. You eat ass, bro. It's gotta be.
That's so crazy.
There's no way, bro.
What's it called?
Straight garbage, bro.
I think the most I eaten was my first time when I tripped on shrooms was probably an eighth. And bro, when the first time I did, I feel with shrooms you see more textures, you see more shit move. So
I never really been outside on shrooms, so I can't.
That's where I was. I was outside. I was looking at the trees, and I just looked like the trees were just kept growing, just nonstop growing, never stopped. And then when I was walking back home, I had to walk back home because I was feeling nauseous. I was seeing the flowers all have faces from a cartoon.
Oh shit!
Right?
A Cuphead.
Yeah, so that's
crazy.
Shit. I was like, oh my god, so cool. Low key, a little trippy, obviously. So I went all the way home. Keep in mind, I was on you know where Chubby's is in Wappingers? You know where Cam's house is?
Yeah.
Bro, I was all the way there, and then walking all the way to my house. So a little bit less where I live, and I couldn't go to sleep. But when I closed my eyes, all I just saw was tiki heads. But yeah, my first time on shrooms was, I didn't like it at first. I'm gonna be honest, but
look, my first time was at that hotel, and I'm gonna be honest, yeah, people's stomachs hurt on shrooms and shit, but
fact.
That's the thing I don't like, especially some the these other branded ones that we ate, not the ones that
for chocolate.
Yeah, not the ones I got from Homeboy.
Yeah.
But from the other guy, we would dead ass when we ate them, the first half of my come up. Actually no, my whole come up and a little bit of my peak, my stomach was hurting OD, bro. I was dead ass in
just in that one trip?
Yeah, bro.
Did you throw up?
I didn't throw up. I always felt like I did, bro. But I didn't have to.
Your stomach was just hurting.
My stomach was just hurting, bro.
Gotta use the bathroom.
I don't even know, bro. I didn't even feel like that. I felt like I legit had to throw up, bro.
You say it wasn't a good experience?
But I wouldn't say so, like, honestly, because, like, it was honestly, like,
because
me dealing with that. And, like, I had another experience where, again, I tripped pretty hard, and, well, we took, like, 3 grams. I didn't even trip hard, bro. It's just, like, I felt like I felt so nauseous for the first beginning of the trip, and then, like, I kept thinking I needed to throw up, but I couldn't, and I just kept focusing on that. And then once I was finally done being nauseous, I just felt like mad shot. Like I could just like sit down and feel like like was it drowsy?
Drowsy.
I just felt like drowsy as hell, bro. Like, and I hated that shit because like I didn't want to. It just dead ass felt like I was sick and I was just tripping.
Right.
That's dead ass what it felt like.
Right.
So like, I just don't like shrooms because of that shit, bro. Like that shit. That shit's.
But
like,
is it every time experience? Every time you eat shrooms, you get that experience?
No, like obviously I've eaten the chocolate ones, and like the chocolate ones, they bother my stomach a little bit, but it's bearable. Like I can stand that.
If you were to eat raw shrooms, what would you recommend, like, to put it in, like, for your personal taste? Because people always say put it in a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Me personally, I realized if you put it into a Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich, you would not taste that at all.
Now, yeah, so the burger was probably the best option.
Okay.
But if you're trying to make smoothies out of it, that shit don't work. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, oh yeah.
If you try to, we tried making it in smoothies one time. We drank like a couple of those cups and
Nothing.
we ain't tripped.
How much did you put in?
Huh?
How much did you put in?
On God, like it was at the point we were at like 5 grams.
But I split amounts. How many?
Yeah, but still, like 5 grams inside a blender for like not even that much, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, like
did you look it up?
Huh?
Did you guys look it up how to like?
Yeah, and then like me and John, we drank more.
Yeah.
And, like nothing happened, bro. We were just sitting on the bed sober as hell, looking at each other, mad as shit. Like pause,
yeah,
but like
I would too. Yeah.
Bro, and like I was like, this shit whack, bro. Like I just never really had good experiences on shrooms.
What would you say, like, because I know, like, when you're getting to psychedelics, you talk about psychedelics, there's, like, acid, mushrooms, and some consider Molly as well. I've had good experiences of Molly. I never had visual experiences, but some say you can if you get a certain amount.
Now, I have had 2 experiences.
Okay.
On Molly, in different ways. So, one being a micro dosage for that beach time. Like I had fun. Like I got to the point where I was just like I found myself sitting like on a chair. I wasn't even tripping. I was just feeling like so good, bro. So like I was like laying down in this chair. I was low key stuck, but like I was feeling good, bro. I was like okay, like I was low key stuck. And like the sun wasn't too hot. It felt good, bro. I was laying here. I'm like, yo, Gabe, what's up, bro? I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be honest here. I'm gonna stay right here.
Oh, talking about the beach?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That what's it called? I never had that experience of feeling stuck because I was there too, and I was on Molly.
I'm not saying I was stuck. I was able to move, but like I didn't want to.
Right.
I want to say I was stuck.
Comfortable.
Yeah, I was comfortable. Like I truly did not want to. I was like, nah, bro, because like. I'm just feeling way too good to move right now.
But you eventually got up?
Yeah, eventually I got up. Cause like I was like, oh, let me see how it feels to get up.
Right.
And then like the beach water was fucking freezing.
Did
so like
your high?
It didn't ruin my high. Like it was fun, but it's just like holy shit, bro. Like I feel like it lasted like
less.
It didn't last because I was like so cold.
I know what you mean.
But yeah, and then like there was a time where like I would have it in water, obviously the Molly water.
Right.
And
it's a slower process.
Yeah, slower process. You can pace yourself with it.
Right.
And I felt good again. And like I didn't feel it like I felt how I felt like at the beach at one point, but like I felt real I didn't feel it as intensely. It didn't hit me all at once. Mm-hmm. Eventually I got there, but it didn't hit me all at once. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So definitely, if you were doing Molly for the first time, I really recommend Molly water before taking a full capsule because you can actually pace yourself.
Also, stay hydrated when you're doing.
And stay very hydrated.
Like actual water, not water that's spiked.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also, what you just do?
What?
Oh, also, so when I was saying about that, so we have that, and then you get into like the like big boy ones, and we're talking about like Changa and DMT and.
Oh yeah.
So like, have you ever had just one experience out of any of them?
I've had experiences with both of them. Now, again, it's a while ago too. I was like, I was really wild. I wasn't even wilding back then. Like I said, I'm doing like, not even that. Like, I said like a couple like months from each other. Like specifically those.
Right.
Not even those. Like, cause I've only done them. I only done each of them like once.
Right.
DMT. I remember one time I was sitting down on this couch and I hit it the first time. First off, for me it's rough. Like if you smoke nicotine, you solid.
Yeah, so basically that kind of type feeling.
It's not even like, I don't even think it was tight. Like nicotine, but like yeah, it felt tight, bro. So like it was real harsh for me. So like when I took it, you have to hold it in for 8 seconds and then blow out, and then like you have to and then you're also gonna take another hit. So you're supposed to take 3 hits in general or some shit. Or some shit. You know, I'm not like, I don't do these shits every day, so obviously like I don't know. I know a good amount of them, but like I'm not like some of y'all out there, because I don't want y'all going about, well, actually that's not how it works. Actually the way you need it, like shut the fuck up.
What you were saying?
But
so what you feel? So
the first time I took a hit, I felt like a really strong come up. Like, you know the feeling of being on the drop of a roller coaster?
Yeah.
It just felt like that without the stomach feeling. So like I felt like
you just kept falling.
No, not even falling, bro. Like it was just like the adrenaline, I guess, some shit. I was like, what the fuck? I feel wild right now. And then the second hit, I started seeing like kind of like acid visuals, like things were just moving like a little bit to the side, like they weren't like going crazy.
Right.
And then the third hit, I remember I leaned back and I was like, you know how sometimes when people say, when you first start smoking weed, people are like, oh, when you smoke weed, you gonna see this, you gonna hallucinate type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, DMT literally takes you to another place, bro.
But a whole dimension.
Yeah, bro. Like it's gonna make no sense at all.
Doctor Strange.
But I was like, yeah, I was in the multiverse. But I was in this canoe. Like I was on a couch, but like after I shut off my eyes, I feel like I closed my eyes for a bit. I probably even passed out. I'm not even gonna lie.
For what, 5 minutes?
Yeah, I'd say it was like, this was about like 5 minutes.
That's crazy.
This was about 5-10 minutes. I'm not even sure, bro.
Like fucking.
Yeah, it felt like fucking. Not even, bro. It felt like low key. It kind of felt like it went quick for like 5 or 10 minutes.
It really was a roller coaster.
Yeah, cause like it was like I was in this canoe and then like a waterfall was coming. I fell into a hand with an eye in it, and then it fucking. It picked me up.
He cartoon.
No, it was crazy. Cause like deadass. Like I felt like I was just falling. Like, oh shit.
Right.
Like that.
Okay.
I was like, okay. So it picked me up. Pause, but it put me in its mouth. And I fell into like Jello, and then I climbed out and I was at a castle, and like I felt like all I saw was castle, and then like I started opening my eyes. I was like, wow. I was like, what the fuck?
That was deep.
Now look, I'm gonna be honest, like that. I just know I was just tripping like really hard, cause like that shit was crazy. Like there are some motherfuckers out there. I don't know how the fuck y'all be seeing this shit. I'm like, bro, I was in Nirvana, bro. I just saw that. like low key, I was just like I didn't come out like that. Like y'all motherfuckers be coming out of that trip like, whoa. I'm over here like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, what the hell, bro? I'm like, yo, that is wild. What the fuck did I just see, bro?
Right.
Like I'm just like shocked. Like I'm not gonna change my whole personality off that shit. You know what I mean? Now look, I know there's some of y'all that do, and like that's all credit to y'all. But like, I'm just not that guy. I'm not that guy, pal. I'm not that guy, pal. So what's it called? I come out of it. I'm like, what the hell? I'm looking around, and I was like, damn, that was pretty cool. But it was like that was pretty cool, but like low key kind of scary. But like I was like, I didn't like kind of like for a good 10 minutes, and then like eventually it went away slowly. Like it wasn't that bad. But another thing I did was Changa.
Yeah. Was it similar to Changa?
Which is DMT flakes. I don't know what people mean by that. I'm gonna be honest.
So,
like the flakes of DMT or some shit.
Okay, so it's just ain't TNT. Just it's like
DMT,
you know how like
flakes.
there's Keith and there's like
Yeah.
basically like that.
Yeah, basically like that actually.
Okay.
Wow, that's a great analogy.
Alright,
Wow.
but the way
I hit it out this pipe again. I'm in this room. It's not even my house, and I'm fucking like I hit it, and at first I felt nauseous, and then my friend, he puts a pillow behind me. He's like, just in case you pass out. I'm like, bro, what? I got work in like an hour.
Wait, what? You're working an hour?
I had work in an hour, bro.
There's a lot of drugs I would not do before work, and that's I don't think that's one of them. What the fuck? You knew it was gonna go by quickly. That's why. Like you knew it was gonna be 5 minutes.
Like,
what occurred you to do before an hour of work?
Cause like what people were telling me, they were just like, yeah, bro, it's that ass just like DMT, just like it's a little bit different, and you'll know what I see might be different. They're like, yeah, and you're just probably gonna trip for like 15-20 minutes. I'm like, oh, okay. Like that's literally what everyone tells me. I looked it up and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I didn't look up if you take like 5 grams of it, cause some of y'all gonna be like, oh no, that shit could last an hour. You just doing it wrong. Yeah, I'm not. Like the fuck. I'm not y'all, bro. But yeah, like after I hit it, I felt like mad nauseous, and then after he told me that, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not. I can't pass out. I got work in an hour. I'm like, okay. And so and also I also needed to drive. Mm-hmm. So that was even a little bit more insane.
What did you drive? You were doing the Mazda?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I got up to go to the bathroom, I looked all over and I saw sugar skulls everywhere.
Yeah, okay.
Like I low-key started seeing like sugar skulls everywhere, but like I felt horrible. Like low-key, like I felt like I needed to throw up, and like I was like, fuck, bro, like I'm not having a good time. Every time I closed my eyes, all I saw was sugar skulls. So I'm like, fuck, bro, like I'm like dog, I'm like fucking
contemplating life.
Not even contemplating life, bro. I was just like, I need to get sober, bro. Like this feels horrible. Like I really got work. About 2 minutes later, I finally get up, go back into the room, and I'm like, all right. I feel fine. And this motherfucker, he's like, yeah, did you trip? He's like, you want more? No. Like, fuck.
But that's it? Like, nothing else? You saw nothing?
Yeah, like, all I saw was that, bro. But that was, like, my experience on that. Like I said, I've done these, like, this was, like, a while ago.
Right, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute ago. Well, it's not, like, a while. Like, obviously, like, I'm only 21. But I'm talking about, like, this is, like, before I graduated high school type shit.
You know, it's like, because
literally right before I graduated high school.
Now that, because in Colorado, it's legal to possess them. Be able to I think they already do, like I said. They already, so.
You're talking about, like benefit
shrooms.
Wise and shit? Like,
yeah.
Like, for that? Because, like.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be legalized somewhere else now. And, you know, like, be decriminalized later down in like, life for the U.S. Do you think there's, like, a beneficial, view on psychedelics, since they're gonna, you know, eventually legalize some of them?
I mean, yeah, like there obviously is, like some people are saying like Colorado. Put it like recreational and shit.
Right.
But I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Look at how America is right now. You really want those motherfuckers to be tripping now?
You make it seem like I talked about in the podcast with like the 3 guys I had on. There's nothing really stopping the market of drugs when people want them, and then when more people want them, that means, you know.
Yeah, but I'm talking about as in like, do you see what's happening? Like,
right.
Yeah, like.
But even if you don't legalize it, right? Say you don't legalize it,
but it'll be less.
Still gonna get
it's still less available.
Right.
It's still less available as if it was legalized federally. Because people can now just go to Hannaford's and be like, yo, let me get an eighth of shrooms.
I don't know about
you know
that.
What I'm saying? Like,
you can get cigarettes and alcohol, I guess, at Hannaford, but like.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm not saying it's gonna be just like that, but they're gonna be like, let's go down to the shoot cafe right next to him.
Because I mean, shit, they legalized in Colorado and crime rate went down.
Yeah, but Colorado's Colorado. What the fuck happens in Colorado?
Well,
all these shootings happening in New York and Chicago. You got the C's wrong.
I mean, LA's pretty dangerous right now too.
It's bro, like it.
Apparently, Atlanta. You heard about Atlanta? Apparently, it's like the new Chirac.
Exactly. You want them tripping off shrooms?
No, that's you know what's crazy. You know what's crazy? There are actually people like there's people that smoke weed, do other drugs, probably do H, but never would ever do psychedelics because they're scared of it.
That's good for them. They probably weak as hell by the time they get to the H to even do anything. But like, let's be honest here, bro. Like not everyone is those people.
Well, yeah.
Because literally the only people that are saying that are the people that it's happened to.
Keep in mind, also, it's not like they're gonna be forced. It has to be the people looking for it.
Exactly, like if they're gonna be like, yo, let's do a drill, let's go trip.
Wait,
like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like you go.
I was gonna say like Timmy, like I don't think Timmy's gonna be over here like saying, oh, I'm trying to trip, because keep in mind, like I mean, the reason why I knew about tripping and the reason why I wanted to get into it is because I think it was Dare or something told me like,
okay,
if you can see something and you take something, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to look for that.
What the fuck?
That's why I knew about acid. I'm like, oh, I can see colors.
This guy, bro, he was excited for no reason, bro.
So that's why.
But bro, like, also, you know how motherfuckers be. Yeah, obviously, like these kids are still getting it from other people, but like, bro, I know 13-year-olds that be saying they was drinking.
What's saying?
I don't know them. Like I knew them. I mean, they're obviously 14. Old enough. Exactly. We're gonna have 13-year-olds tripping, somehow getting their hands on that shit. Motherfuckers is already smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. God forbid we make shrooms available.
Right.
They somehow gonna get that shit, cause yeah, you might think like no one's gonna get shrooms for a 13-year-old, but they got their ways, bro.
No, 100%. That's what I'm saying.
Bro. So like honestly, like I can see why shrooms isn't legalized. I really can.
Right. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, because right now, I mean, America's pretty fucked.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's exactly.
I'm pretty sure Biden be the last.
Yo, Biden got COVID right now. I'm spamming F's in the chat right now.
Gabe went to go get like a big ass sub, and I saw that on my phone. Like he got fucking COVID. He got caught lacking by COVID.
So some people in the comments going W19. Yo,
motherfuckers fucked up. That's crazy. Yo, oh my god, but alright, we're gonna end it here, bro.
Alright, bro. Next time, hopefully we have the man.
Facts.
We're gonna have the man. I'm not gonna say my man's name, but we're gonna have the man himself.
Right.
Man himself's finally gonna come on. Excited for that. I'll definitely be there for that one too, because I'm trying to hear this man too.
Facts.
I feel like we had like a lot more to talk about, but that's why we got part 2s, you know.
Okay. Alright, catch you. Bye guys.